how you do it. Clinton Jaws. Episode, I don't know. It's called the hotline 604-330-2512. I was at my mom's house the other day, and there was music going on in the house. And I'm like, Mom, like I was so proud of her. I'm like, Mom, there's music going? She's like, yeah, Clint. The nights are long and lonely. But it was just nice that she had music in the house. Like you would never, my dad would have said, shut it off, Carol. But then she had to throw on, those are really lonely at night. I don't know why I opened up with that. I was going to open up with something else. I wrote it down. I thought, she's single. I didn't write that down. She hasn't been single since she was 19. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being 80 and single? I guess that'd be hard. I don't know if I'd want to be single at 80. Wouldn't mind being single at 50 if I was 50. But I shouldn't have said that. I was just kidding. Here's this. Okay. You know, I was told not to. And guys, I'm trying to get back to normal, to be honest with you. I know I'm not myself. Chewing gum. I'll get to that in a second. It's nicotine gum. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. I know I shouldn't say this. That's why I need to say it, right? Okay, I got a wood stove. I got a wood stove in my house. I installed it last year. I think it was last year. And I love it. Wood makes you hot, right? Wood feels good. Do you know what I mean? Like in the house. But how do you get the ashes out? You have to do it manually. So I'll get a box. I'll find an old box. And I'll put it on the floor. And I'll scoop the ashes out. And I'll fill up that box. But this box, I didn't take it outside. I didn't dispose of it. I didn't take it to the garbage. I didn't take it to the dump. I just left it by the wood stove. And my son comes down. He's 14 years old. And annoyingly, he starts kicking the box. And there's a slit in the box where the ashes can pop up. And I didn't want him making a mess. And I said, okay, Colson, just stop kicking it. And he says, why? And I said, because that's your granddad's ashes are in there. He goes, Dad, come on. No, they're not. I said, yeah, they are. And he peeks in there. He goes, Dad, that's sand. And I'm like, no, Colson, that's 100% ashes. And he looked at me and he went, Dad, I was kicking it. And I'm like, yeah, I know, you were boot fucking grandpa. I thought it was funny. I didn't think he'd really think I was serious. He goes upstairs and he notifies the wife, the woman, of what I said. She actually thought I brought grandpa home and the box was beside she runs downstairs and says, what? Do you have them here? And I said, no, I was just kidding around. It was a joke. Oh, really funny, Clint. Oh, you don't say that to a little kid, Clint. Okay? So I wasn't popular. And I don't know, it's the cop in me. Right? I probably just lost a bunch of subscribers by telling that story. But you gotta... I mean, we're sickos. We're sickos. We make fun of people. I wasn't making fun of anybody, really. You make fun of the situation. That's how I coped as a police officer. Seen 500 dead bodies. I couldn't go into every single spot and mourn with the family every time. I had to make some jokes with my partners, right? I used to scare the living hell out of the new constables that would show up and see a body for the first time. Probably shouldn't have told that story. I'm chewing gum. I quit smoking. Haven't had a drag. I won't smoke again. I won't even do a cigar, and I won't vape. But every now and then I'll have a stick of Nicorette. Not in the morning. Like, man, God damn it. I used to love mornings. Sometimes, like I woke up at 4:30. Usually I'd have a cigarette. But, so I wake up at 4:30 this morning. And I take a break. And then I go back to sleep. Thank God I fell back asleep till 9. Thank God. I mean, that never happens. Usually I'll wake up. I'll have 8 cigarettes. 5 to 6 cups of coffee. And I loved it. It was the best moment of the day for me. Mornings. I love mornings. I hate mornings now. I can't stand mornings. There's nothing to do. There's literally nothing to do. And I love smoking. It had me. The smokes, they had me. And I loved that it had me. There is nothing better than smoking cigarettes. I wish it was healthier for you, but it's not. Maybe it got the best of me. We'll see. But I quit. Now I'm doing the Nicorette. Every now and then I'll throw in a lozenge. And I'll suck on that to death. Just a little piece of nicotine. You know what pisses me off? The kids are like, Dad, you what's that? What are you putting in your mouth? I thought you quit smoking. Oh, he did quit smoking. Okay. It's nicotine. It's like caffeine. It's okay. Well, I went to the store one day. A couple weeks ago. And they have these nicotine pouches. It's a little pouch. It looks like a cocaine, like a little sack filled with cocaine. They look like little cocaine sacks, but they're not. It's nicotine. And you shove it in the side of your mouth. Unbelievable. They're unbelievable. Joe Rogan's doing them. Tucker Carlson's doing them. These nicotine pouches. And they came to Canada. And they're in British Columbia. So I started buying them. And I'm like, this is great. This is great. It's really helping me quit smoking. So I go to the smokestack in Port Alberni to buy them because I'm out. I'm about to be out. I'm sucking on my last one. And I go to the counter and I go, this is what I want. And they go, oh, sorry, no, we don't sell them anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, where can I get them? No, you can't get them. You can't get them in BC anymore. They cut it off. The only place you can get them is at the pharmacy, but they're not at the pharmacies yet. So I go home. I'm like, and I actually said to him, I said, well, it looks like I'm going to start smoking again. I go home and I start Googling. I call all the gas stations. No. Health Canada said they're forbidden to sell them. So they're gone. I even called weed shops in town to see if they had them. No place in Port Alberni has them. So I start researching this. Like, you would think they would have warned me. Isn't that what you do? You warn somebody? Because it was a really great thing to help me quit smoking. So this pops up. Let's watch it together. Can I just say, what the hell is this over here? I'm scared to click on it. Oh, it's gone. Damn it. Yeah, by the way, the RCMP, you're allowed to smoke marijuana now. I had a 5-minute bid on that. Now I can't even... Material destroyed. Not happy about it. Okay, here's the video. Okay, this is the reason why they banned it. Only in BC, by the way. It's only British Columbia. Getting tired of this world.
Because it's a small pouch that's inserted close to the gum, a youth can use it even in a gym class. They can use it in a science class. It just pops up inside the mouth. It's really hard to detect. And the packaging is so small that it's stored in that it's...
You can't detect it, guys. That's why they got rid of it.
It's easily put into a pocket or a backpack.
A popular product that helps people quit smoking is...
Helps people quit smoking. Not anymore. You want to know why? Because you can't get it. It's not at the pharmacies. You would think.
Being put behind the counter to keep it out of the hands of minors.
Well, then why don't they put cigarettes behind the counters of pharmacies to keep them out of the hands of minors? So dumb. So dumb. This is our government in British Columbia.
Part of new Ministry of Health regulations, Zonic is one nicotine pouch product that will only be available through a pharmacist.
No, because I went to the pharmacist and I can't get it.
This will be a regulation under the pharmacy
This will be a regulation of the pharmacy. Why?
Operations and Drug Scheduling Act.
Is he drunk?
Operations and Drug Scheduling Act. It's clear. It will apply to all buccal nicotine patches, and all of them will be sold behind the counter at a pharmacy on the direction of a pharmacist.
Why don't they do that with caffeine? Why don't they do that with cigarettes?
At a press conference in Vancouver Wednesday, BC government officials said they're taking action because of the trend of young people using products like
Biggest dork in British Columbia. What's he going to say? I don't even know. I haven't even watched it.
this recreationally.
Wherever possible, we want to prevent kids.
Oh, that's gorgeous little pin you got there. I know it's probably for a good reason. But God, dude, do you have to be such a geek?
Wherever possible, we want to prevent kids from coming into contact with nicotine.
Then ban cigarettes. Put cigarettes at a pharmacy then, idiot. What about adults? What about me? I'm an adult. Okay, I want it. I don't care about the children. I want it.
And we certainly want to avoid products that experts are concerned have been designed in order to appeal to children.
Experts like Adrian Dix's. He's an expert, guys. Shut down British Columbia. Expert.
To hook them early and set them on a lifetime of nicotine dependence.
But Imperial Tobacco Canada, the distributor of Zonic, tells City News it's being singled out because they're a tobacco company, and it's skeptical the new rules effective Wednesday will actually stop young people from abusing products intended to help people quit smoking.
When you say I'm going to protect kids and I'm going to ban these products, nobody's going to argue with that. But at the end of the
I just did. I don't care. I don't care. Get rid of alcohol. Get rid of cigarettes.
day, does this really have an impact? And we don't believe it does.
Of course it doesn't.
For this product to be sold behind the counter in pharmacies, we don't have a problem. In other provinces where we're in pharmacies, we're already telling pharmacists to put it behind the counter.
Gagnon adds that if governments want to stop the problem, they should go after illegal resellers first. Colette Lees, a substance use liaison with Surrey School District, couldn't say how widespread the use of Zonic is in her school district, but says it's a newer trend, and she's hopeful for the success of the new restrictions.
It's something that is slowly being introduced, and I think that's why the announcement today was really important. It's hitting at a really key time before that it's something that is become more widespread. So I think hopefully it's going to kind of stop it in its tracks before it's something that takes off like unfortunately vaping did.
Back to smoking.
In Vancouver, Kier Junos, City News.
I don't know, just amazing to me. It just pisses me off. Put them in the pharmacy. I know you guys don't care about this, but put them in the pharmacy and then take them out of the gas stations. Doesn't that make more sense? So I spent an hour and a half online trying to see if I could get them ordered to Canada. I found one place in Vancouver, and I don't even know if it's legit, to tell you the truth. But I spent $100. It's supposed to arrive tonight. Like right now, it's 6:03. The dog just went crazy. I thought maybe, and I got up out of my seat. I thought maybe my package came. Yeah. Let's take a call.
Hey, Clint, City Cop Jason here.
Hey, Big Daddy.
Glad to see you're back on the air, and I'm so sorry to hear about your dad.
Yeah, whatever.
I went through something similar, so I can feel your pain and frustration and everything you were going through that day. I totally get it when you'd mentioned getting pissed off with the wood or whatever at the store.
Oh, I did.
I look forward to the day that I can talk to you and tell you my whole story.
I bet you got one.
All the crap that I've went through in my career. Let me tell you the latest thing and see what you think. I went off in 2020 with PTSD after at that point, 24-year, 25-year career.
It's a long time.
And with a few months after I went off with the PTSD, I lost my badge in a move, like misplaced again, getting junked or something like that, demolished. But anyway, I reported it right away. I had a whole bunch of problems with my employer.
I got a badge for you. Just go to thegoldenbadge.com.
Was challenging pieces of my PTSD claim. I guess they do that to limit their liability. Anyway, reported my badge missing in mid-2021, and they never replaced it. We're now in 2024, and I've asked for it back, and the chief is refusing it until I am return operational. Yet oddly enough, and he says because I haven't requalified or anything like that.
Fuck off.
Which is just weird.
Yeah, idiot.
Nobody for
What's his name?
maternity, paternity, any other type of long-term leave have ever had their badges taken. So
Yeah,
it's just kind of weird because I'm still a cop. The Police Act says I have
Still a cop, but they won't give. They're going to punish you, right? You're not back at work. We need to fill your body.
to have it.
We don't care that you're still sick or suffering. Get back. And then I'll give you a badge. Even though you earned it.
It's just kind of weird because I'm still a cop. The Police Act says I have to have it. And our department policy says I have to have it. So I'm grieving it. But maybe it's something I need to just let go because I am looking toward probably medical retirement in the next little while. Just curious your thoughts on that. With my PTSD, I do get hyper-focused and pissed off and angry and all that bad stuff. And
join the club.
I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't feel right to me, and it seems like it's against the law. Maybe it's their policy for me to do that. But value your opinion. Thanks, buddy. Bye.
You're hyper-focused. Man, I'm going to tell you something right now. The moment, like you're not working right now, right? You're at home. The moment you let go, and I'm not telling you to do that, but when you do, wow. That's the day you start getting better. Because you're held down right now. They're still suffocating you. Mentally. It's hard for people that are new cops to understand what I'm talking about. Because not everybody goes through what Jason goes through. It doesn't happen to everybody. But I know exactly the spot you're in. You're still tied down, and the moment you retire, you're free. And then a few years after that, a few years, you start becoming the old Jason again, the guy that used to be Jason before he joined the police department. I think it's brutal what happened. Of course it's brutal. It's gross. They're not even trying, right? Do they call you up? Do they say, hey, I would like to go for coffee with you. Can I take you out for coffee? Do the boss ever do that? Colleagues? No, they don't. Do they ever phone you up and say, how you doing? Maybe, what can I do to get you back in here? There's no focus on them trying to make you better. You're just a spot. You're just a number that they want to fill. And they're upset. They're pissed off that you're sitting at home. Thanks for your call. And thanks for the nice words.
Hey, Clinton Jaws, how are you doing, my man? Hey, I got some good news there. I went to depot in July, passed everything went well, got posted, and I just been on the road here for about a month now. Just want to let you know the good news, and I want to thank you for all your help in the past, and the videos really helped. But yeah, things are going well. Policing's fast and furious, learning tons. And I'm just excited. I'll give you, I'll be in touch and talk a little bit more about depot and how my time outside of depot has been. From there, we're going to talk about that. Take care.
Good job, man. Proud of you. 1 month in, don't become a dick. Use some common sense. Well, that's the advice you're going to give them. What do you mean? I don't know. Just don't become a cop. That's not what I mean. Like, don't be cop-minded. I'm very disappointed in the police, guys. Like, being out of it. And watching them and seeing them. And seeing them... They went to a couple of things. I interacted with them, and I was just like, what? Man, if I was your boss... Oh my God, I'd fucking lose my mind on you. Use your common sense when you're going to a call, you know. It's a... I've told this story so many times. When I got out of depot, I was like, what are my powers of arrest? Like, I'd be going to a call, right? I'd be like, what do I do? Do I arrest? Do I have the powers to arrest? I'm going to a call, kid on a motorbike. And I'm like, what do I got here? I got no insurance. I can arrest for that. It's under the Motor Vehicle Act. What am I going to do? And I'm going fast. I'm going fast to the skull. And then I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You used to be on the motorbike. Driving up and down the street. Who fucking cares? It's just a kid. All of a sudden, and that's when I realized, oh, I relate growing up and being a kid into teenage, into adulthood. I can take that experience and combine it with my depot experience. And what do you have? You have a rational person. There's not a whole lot of cops that do that. I didn't see that. I've seen some hardcore straight. I hung out with a guy. He went to a small town. He's a new cop. And he's going to the coffee shop. Well, these old guys, one guy parked his scooter on the sidewalk. Wrote him a ticket. Piece of scooter was on a sidewalk. How do you think he ended up in that small town? Something this guy did then his entire life. And instead of the cop saying, can you just move your scooter? He writes him a ticket, a violation ticket. Gives him a fine. Didn't have to write him a ticket. Didn't even have to say anything. That's a mentality I don't like. So don't turn into a dumb dick. I remember, and maybe I learned some of this from my trainer, Gail Walker. I remember I was in Duncan. I only was with her for 3 weeks. But I remember we're going down Maple Bay Road, and there's a car that's turning onto Canada, the highway. What's the highway called? Highway 1? I don't know. This car in front of us, it's a kid. He goes straight through the red light. Hangs a left onto the highway. TCH. And I'm like, oh my God. Gail puts on her lights and sirens. She pulls the guy over, and I'm like, this guy's done. And Gail comes back to the car and goes, yeah, he's pretty shooken up. I didn't give him a ticket. And I just couldn't give him a ticket. Okay, maybe you probably should have given him a ticket, but the point is she didn't. Sometimes you don't have to. My aunt Kathy, she got pulled over in Port Alberni from a highway patrol guy out Sprout Lake. Hasn't had a ticket, I don't know, in 1,000 years. She didn't have her wallet with her. And she didn't have her jacket. And she always kept her driver's license in her jacket. He gave her a ticket for no DL. Well, you're really doing something out there, Highway Patrol. Good job. Good job. What's the point of that? What is the point of that? There's no point. Can you guys call me and tell me what kind of vehicles you guys are driving? Because I see these little vehicles driving around Port Alberni, and it's goddamn embarrassing. I don't even know what kind of vehicles they are. They look like bugs. And who came up with the idea that we're going to get rid of the Crown Vic? We're going to get rid of like a cool-looking cop car or what's with the little tiny bug cars? That's embarrassing. And I shouldn't say this, but I feel like the decision came from Ottawa, and it was from the other Lucky's little board. She made 60% the board women, and I feel like they all sat around the table and went, I think cops should be driving bugs now. Embarrassing. It's embarrassing what you guys are driving. It's not a cop car. It's not a cop car. I mean, you look at the city police, they got cop cars. Not these embarrassing things. Just thought I'd tell you that. Yeah, I've been drinking beer, okay? It's Friday night, and I'm back on Kokanee for a bit. I'm gonna get man tits, I know it. Again. Good job making it.
Hey, Clinton, I just called you. Can you just delete that last message? Hey, I just want to let you know.
No. Oh, no.
So I went to Depot in July, passed everything. Now I'm finally posted. I've been basically on the road for about a month now. Things are going well. I just want to thank you for all your help throughout the whole process. Just Depot, all your videos really, really help. And a lot of people at Depot are listening to your stuff. It's just awesome that there's a former police officer giving us the idea, giving us some good strategies and some good mentorship, how to become good cops. Depot is a little bit different than what the real life is like on the road.
Yeah, what was that saying again? Oh, I forget the saying. It's a Depot way, the RCMP way, or the right way.
But thanks for everything. Keep up the good work. Take care. And sorry about your dad. I know you guys were really good friends. And I've listened to a lot of your videos. You guys always talk during your time at Depot. But yeah, sorry about your dad. But hey, you guys keep your head up, man. And then hopefully the policing world goes well for me for the next couple of years at least anyways.
Couple of years at least? It will. You know what? I'm going to tell you something right now. You're going to hate the first year and a half. You're going to hate it. You're not going to know anything. I didn't know anything. I remember going to my watch commander, and she was a bag of dicks, but I went to her and because I looked at Darren Legg and I looked at all these guys that had 3-4 years, and they knew everything. And I'm like, I said to her, how do I get to that? That's impossible. That's nearly impossible. But I got to it quickly. I would say it took me 3 years to finally know what I'm doing. And when you take the most files on the watch like I did, never got credit for it, by the way. But when you're taking, when there's only 5, 4, or 3 people on the watch and you're getting 45 to 49 files a shift, you learn pretty quick. I don't know. I look back. Got so much time looking back. Some things I did wrong. But I know that for the first part, man, my way was the right way. I made so many good decisions. And I look at other people and I remember this stupid ass in Mission. Either his first name was Todd or his last name was Todd. Ugh. He was on the other watch. I shouldn't tell this story, but I'm a watch commander. He once told me to stop smoking in the vehicle. What? Stop smoking in the watch commander's vehicle? First of all, I wasn't. Actually wasn't. but one of his partners seen that I had to pull up the video and show him that I put out the cigarette before I went into the vehicle. So stupid. Don't smoke in the vehicle. Fuck you. Fuck you. And that's not the part I had a problem with. But he was on B watch. And we'd show up. We'd show up to shift. There'd be 8 files, sometimes 10, sometimes 6, even 3 is too many. They'd be in the queue for us to start our shift at 5, 6, and 7 o'clock. We'd be working on the files. So you know what we would do. We would think in our head, why didn't they get to these files? So then you start investigating. As a watch commander, I need to know the answer. Because my guys are pissed off. I'm not happy. A sex assault comes in at 2 o'clock and you hold it for night shift? Okay, fine. You can't get to it? But you know what I'm going to do with that, right? We're going to take the initial report and we're going to give it back to you because that's the proper thing to do. I do this. The staff sergeant the next day, because Todd complains to the staff sergeant, reams me out. He was completely wrong in what the staff sergeant was completely wrong in what he did. And he stuck up for the constable. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. It's just something that popped in my head. There's a correct way to run a watch. And that was the correct way. I hated it when another watch commander, and they love doing this, they'd put on the pass-on report, because they're off shift, please print our guy. If you're a watch commander that asks another watch to print your guy, you're a fucking asshole. Unless this guy was just completely fucking out of it that you couldn't print him. But that's hardly the case. I had a guy in Port Alberni, constable. He wants to hold a guy for a domestic. Clint, I'm holding him. I said, let's not. Let's not. Don't hold a guy just for the point of holding him. This guy's going to be released. If he goes to court tomorrow, he's going to be released. Oh, I'm too scared to. It's going to come back on me. No, it won't. It'll come back on me. If anything, you're fine. You're protected, okay? You've done your job. You don't hold somebody just for the sake of holding them. They're going to release him, which they did, of course. So he's arguing with me. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. Go ahead. Hold the guy. Ridiculous. I'm going to look like an idiot, but go ahead. I don't feel like having the fight with you tonight. It's 5:30. We're getting ready to leave. I'm outside smoking a cigarette. And he comes outside. He goes, hey, Clint, would you be able to put on the pass-on report for the other watch to fingerprint my SOC? And I'm like, I wasn't trying to punish him. It's just a code that I go by. I said, no. You can wake him up and he's your guy. Don't leave the shit for another watch. You fingerprint him. Clint, the other watch, they do it to us all the time. And I said, that's not how I do shit. I don't give a fuck what other watches do. That's not how I run my watch. We're not leaving shit for another watch. You fingerprint him. We had words. He said some shit. I won't repeat it. It wasn't good. I don't know. I just think some of these members are just fucking losing their fucking minds when I think about it now. It wasn't like that when we first started out. But it's like that now. They got some kind of... Not all of them. Of course not all of them. A small minority of them. But some of them are real fucking assholes. Why'd I tell you all that? I don't even remember. I don't even remember why I told you that. It's the right way. It's the RCMP way. Learn your way. This is how I learned. I learned from watching a bad watch commander. And I said to myself, I learned so much from her. Because I said to myself, I'm never going to do what she does. I'm going to do the exact opposite. No, I probably shouldn't have told that story. I probably already told it. You probably already know about it. Just think back that a constable would be upset with me because I said fingerprint your guy. Like, never back in the day would I talk to my corporal that way. Fucking loser.
Hey, Clint. It's Chris from Halifax, Nova Scotia here calling.
Hello, Chris.
Just wanted to send you a message and say that I'm glad that you're back on YouTube and doing the podcast. I was
I'm
a
back,
little bit upset that they stopped there, but you know, I understand now that the passing of your father. I'm sorry to hear about that, but I'm glad that you took the time and you know, fucked off from the world, as I think you'd say.
That's pretty good.
You know, while you've been gone, I advanced to the last stage of the RCMP application. I think it's the field investigation. So I'm just awaiting that, and hopefully to get out of Halifax by April. I'm hoping to finish up my university degree. No, it's no question. I just wanted to let you know that I'm proud that you're back and that you took time for yourself. Also, congratulations on quitting smoking. That's
Thanks.
a big feature. My parents were big smokers, so I know how much it takes to quit it cold turkey, and I know that a lot of people around you, especially your family, are proud of you just as much as I am. Keep up the good work, and hopefully I'll give you a call here within the next month or two and tell you that I got my offer. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Well, that guy is way too nice. Thanks for your call, man. Appreciate it. 604-330-2512.
Hey, Clinton. It's Rob Queen calling. I haven't spoken to you since
Robbie.
when I was over there from Puerto Verde. I think it was in October.
Yeah, we talked.
Yeah, I just saw that you've been posting, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry to hear about your dad.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, I assume that's obviously why you were quiet, but yeah, I'm really sorry that what happened. But
thank you.
I thought I'd just reach out since it's been quite some time and in the new year now, so I thought I'd say hi. And
hi.
Yeah, if you ever want to reach out, chat, love to talk to you. And
here's the thing with me right now. Like, I got people messaging me, and I just find it like at work right now. I don't know why. And I know it appears to be rude, but I just don't feel like talking.
I was thinking if you ever need...
I shouldn't have said that. I have my moments where I like to talk. I don't know if that's true.
Any other people on your show, or someone to banter with, whatever, I wouldn't mind hanging out. So I might even probably come over to your neck of the woods. Not that it's too far away. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd reach out and say hi, and I hope to hear from you in the near future. 778-241-7. That's my number. I think you have my wife's number, which the last part was 4228.
Of course I have your wife's number. I don't know why I have your wife's number.
It's my wife, but yeah, I'm 4227.
I'd rather call that number.
Take care, and hope to chat with you soon. All right, take care. Bye now.
Thanks, Rob. And you know what? Yeah, you can come on the show. Where are you going to stay, though, if you come to Port Alberni? You're not sleeping with me. I was going to say something. I can't say it, though. Oh, wow. Look at me. Like I'm censoring myself. Why is that?
Hey, Clint. New listener, but for the past 3 or 4 months, I've really enjoyed watching your content on YouTube. I'm going through the RCMP process right now.
Don't.
I am just finishing my security clearance form, sending those away. And I just had a question about going to depot and even serving in the RCMP. I'm from California.
Ew.
I've been living in Alberta for maybe 7 or 8 years now. And I was just curious about the interaction or the relationship between those going into depot from originally out of the country, specifically the States. I got my PR, of course, so I'm here. But
PR. When I was in depot, I never met anybody from the States. This is, I feel like this is a new thing. You have to be, I don't even, no, I didn't meet anybody from the States in depot. Well, I met people from other countries, didn't I? That came to, you don't even pay attention to it.
So I'm here, but I was just wondering what that interaction is like, if you've seen it often, or if there's a big difference. I had a misconception that it would take a lot longer for me to go through the process since I am from California.
It would have.
But I talked to some officers who were currently serving, and they said with the States and Canada, we're kind of neighbors, so they share information pretty quickly, so I didn't have to worry about it.
Right.
The process taking too long. But yeah, I was just curious what you thought about experiences and interactions with those coming from the States as a PR and serving, either going to camp at depot or in the force. So appreciate your stuff. Love what you do. God bless.
Thanks for the call. I like it. My security, my field investigation took forever. That was in Canada. Now, if I had lived and worked over in California, it would have took even longer. Maybe that's not the case anymore. They just pick up the phone now. They used to sit down with these people. But no, if I ever met somebody in depot, and nobody's even concerned, nobody's even thinking about it. Your interaction will be good. I would have loved it. If I met somebody in depot that was from America, I love America. I love Americans, and I love talking to them. When I go to Mexico, I want to meet. When I get excited when somebody says, "Oh, we're from America," I want to have a conversation with them about America. It'll all be good. Thanks for your call. I don't even know why you're thinking that way. Is that what Americans think? Should I stop it there? I think I'm going to stop it there, guys. The woman's upstairs upset because I'm down here. Nothing else to say. Nothing else to say. I got to clean up the box of ashes that are down by the fireplace. They're still there. And I probably shouldn't have said that. But I didn't think Coulson was going to think I was partly serious. He ran up to Mum to confirm it. Yeah, maybe it was a bad joke. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all the nice phone calls. Bye-bye.
What's that?